Here on Studio 90 Extra Time, we know cool when we see it. We've basically decided that Tobin Heath is the coolest person of all time. Here's why. Tobin, you're like a huge USsoccer.com video star. No biggie, but your videos have more than 100,000 hits. This latest one got 50,000 views in a week, which is pretty awesome. What's it like being internet famous?
Wow, internet famous, dang.
Do people like recognize you at all?
All the time.
For sure.
No.
I mean, with these ball tricks and whatever, how much do you just still like go out and practice like you did when you were a kid? How do you maintain the cool factor, the high level of being able to pull this stuff off?
Yeah, I don't really consider it practice because practice is kind of like work, I guess. But I just spend some time with the ball, I guess on my own, and come up with stupid stuff, I guess.
Well, they're pretty awesome. We had this one that was you juggling around San Diego, which was totally cool. This other one in Portugal with the ball tricks, and of course the classic one in Russia. That was, I think, still has the most views. So pretty awesome stuff.
Yeah, those have all been really fun to film because they're in special places, and the videographers obviously do a great job on Eurosoccer.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah. Plug. Go back to 2006, the first ball trick video. Hard to believe it's 5 years ago, huh?
Dang, yeah. So old.
Have you ever you're taking on Casey Nagira in that video. Have you guys ever like rematched since then?
I'm smart enough to not rematch. Nah, she's ridiculous on the ball, so it would be fun. I mean, we mess around, but not officially.
Do you guys ever like team up and like take down some shit?
Oh, that'd be fun.
There you go.
Yeah, make some money.
Nice. Awesome. In 2008, the next video, we were in San Diego.
Great place.
Yeah, awesome city, of course. And you just kind of juggled around town. Talk about that video and that idea and how fun it was to just kind of get out and do that.
Yeah, I like that video probably the best because I actually got to see San Diego while I was juggling, which was cool.
Sightseeing.
Yeah, totally. After it, I was a little tired because I was juggling a lot, I think. Like, I really did juggle around San Diego. And then I think we had a game the next day. No big deal.
Yeah, you mentioned it was kind of a cool way to see a city. Is there any city that, if you had to make a sequel to that video, what city would you want to do it in?
Probably in Rio. I think it would be sweet to kind of go around all the pickup areas and also on the beach and kind of do a little tour around there. That'd be sweet.
Plus you like meet other people.
Yeah, and everybody would be playing soccer. I wouldn't look like stand out a little because everybody was kind of looking at me like, what you doing?
And then the third video, the most recent one, got a ton of hits in its first week, which is really cool. It's kind of this Trickshot Battle that we did in Portugal. How did that idea come about, and how did you guys pull that off?
I guess it was a pretty popular thing going on YouTube with the whole Trickshot Battle, and I think we wanted to make it kind of authentic because some of them, are a little cut up. But I got to do it with Yael Averbuch, who's technically a genius, so we had a blast doing it.
What was your favorite shot that you made in that one?
I'd probably say just long range hitting it into the whatever it was, the pole vaulting thing or something. Because I mean, Yael is a cannon, so the fact that I was able to hit it, I was like, yeah.
So she like did it first, and then you were able to step in and be like, yes.
Yeah. That was hers for the taking, but I got lucky.
All right, so moving on. So you play tennis,
yes.
You skateboard, you surf.
Try to.
Is there any sport that you don't play?
I don't know. If there is, I'd like to try it.
What, if you weren't playing professional soccer, what sport would you most like to be competing in?
I'd probably pick tennis. Most of my family plays tennis. I think I should have been a tennis player if they had any say to it. But I really enjoy that game. It's a beautiful sport and obviously tons of fun to watch.
So off season, you're back on the courts?
As much as I could, but it's usually a summertime thing for my family and I. But nowadays, don't really get to do it that often.
Your family's from New Jersey, but they moved to Rhode Island, right?
Yeah, they spend the summers in Rhode Island, and they're kind of Floridians now.
So, lots of handshake.
So disappointed.
Wow, so Rhode Island. You're big on Rhode Island.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
What do you like to do in the summers up there?
Just anything on the water, like any type of water sport. Just being out in the ocean is awesome.
You're also a quality ping pong player. At least this is the scouting report that we got. I guess there was a big tournament in Austria during the
Yes.
pre-World Cup training camp. How did that turn out?
It went pretty well. It was a partner tournament. Nicole Barnhart was my partner, and we did well. Unfortunately, we came up against Aaron Heifetz. And
Former Studio 90 host.
yes, and he pretty much smoked us single-handedly.
Never hear the end of that.
Yeah.
You're also, as we found out yesterday from Lori Lindsey and Megan Rapinoe, the handshake master. Like, they say that you teach them these handshakes and then they implement them. Talk a bit about that.
Yeah, I learned these handshakes actually from my brother, but they get a kick out of them. They're pretty simple and stupid, but those guys are like that. They're just silly, so they enjoy them.
Are you always bringing back new stuff for them to try?
Oh yeah, they're always tweaking things, making them a little more wilder and crazy.
Wild turkey
you know those
wild?
too. Yeah, wild turkey. You saw it?
Dude, I can rock it.
That's perfect.
Have you ever met anybody else named Tobin?
Oh, I haven't personally, but my roommate in college, she took a class with another Tobin, and she went up to her and was like, "Hey, my roommate's named Tobin." She was like, "Does she play soccer?" And she was like, "Yeah." And it didn't go over too well, so.
So since then, you sort of stopped looking for other Tobins?
Yeah, I haven't really been on the lookout.
Where do you know where the name came from, or how you got that name?
Yeah, it was my great-grandmother's last name.
There we go. You also have two sisters. So do they play tennis? They play soccer.
They play tennis. They never really played soccer, maybe when they were younger.
Gotcha. Could you take them in
They're
tennis
awesome,
or not?
One of them, maybe. The other one's pretty good. She played in college.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah. All right. Well, that's about it with Tobin Heath, Studio 90 nominated for coolest person of all time.
Yes.
Tobin, thanks a lot for coming by.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah.